most cryptos are going to zero. This is the last cycle for most of cryptocurrencies. So unless you are holding the right ones, you are not going to have another cycle to recover your losses and then sell. This is the last one. So the best thing you can do is to have really strong altcoins, really strong cryptos, and most you should just get rid of it. So let's start with this. So as you can see, so this is my terminal, something I've been building for more than a year. I actually started this as a tool for myself and to manage my hedge fund, but I started to realize that this could help so many people. So this is an AI that I've been training for quite a while to be really good at crypto, geopolitics, macro, really different. So as you can see, saying that most cryptos are going to zero, it's not even, I would say, a bearish take anymore. It's just a realistic assessment of a highly speculative market we still have. Majority of cryptos don't have any kind of utility. As you can see, we had a Cambrian explosion of projects, and now we are going to have most of them going to zero. It's no different from the dot-com bubble where thousands of internet companies went bust, but a handful of them, Amazon, Google, eBay, went on to define the next era. So in my opinion, this cycle around is going to be the same thing. Most of the altcoins that are in this space, there is a good chance that they go to zero. Even coins that are held in the past, like Rune, AVAX, even Near, I think is a nice one. But there is a good chance that never makes all-time highs, currently at $1, even being a good one. Cardano, all the crypto gaming, like most cryptocurrencies are going to zero. So unless you are in the right ones, which I think you have 4 or 5 assets that are going to survive this massive wipeout, unless you do that, you are not going to recover your money. Zero chances. So as you can see, Bitcoin is going to be here in a world where currencies are being devalued. Countries have to keep printing more money because we have, as you can see, a terrible situation in the world. Strait of Hormuz is closed. Trump is saying now that Europe will have to fight to open the Strait of Hormuz. That can cause one of the biggest recessions, I've been speaking about that we ever had, not only in energy, food, basically everything, and it's going to affect the entire world. Unless the Strait of Hormuz is open, which I don't think it will, we are going to suffer immensely. So as you can see, things are not looking good for the world. The governments will have to print more money to finance their economy. That will keep devaluing the money. You're going to have, I think, hyperinflation. The only thing that can fight that is AI, because AI is the most deflationary technology we ever had. But at the same time, for governments, they want inflation because that's the only way they can keep paying the debt. So deflation is not good for governments, while it could be good for people. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, especially with this inflation, is going to be the asset that people are going to buy. In times of war, it's far easier to buy gold and to sell it. You can't carry gold if you move from one country to another. It's very difficult. While with Bitcoin, you could have 1 million, 10 million in your pocket and no one knows. Gold is more difficult. Ethereum is going to still be here as well. I'm not the biggest fan in the sense I think things like Solana are going to dominate because they are faster, cheaper, but Ethereum is still the DeFi leader, still has a lot of TVL. So I think it's going to be here. We have Tau Tensor, which I think it's still the biggest conviction I have, because Tau is not only crypto, it's AI. It's AI using crypto because it's verifiable, transparent, but it's an incentivization layer for AI. It's just incentivizing anyone in the world that has a good idea, that can solve real world problems, to join Tau, and is rewarded based on their performance. So I think Tau is definitely the best risk reward. Some of the subnets are already being spoken by the CEO of Anthropic, and it's 1 year old. I think this is going to create the next DeFi summer. It's going to be the subnet summer on Tau. Also, you have Hyperliquid, which is the decentralized exchange, and Zcash. I'm going to speak about the charts of each one, but these are the only assets I'll say I think are going to survive. The rest, we can have one more or here and there, maybe Chainlink, but in general, it's not looking good. Also, if you look at the situation, we have, things are not looking good. We have the Middle East war. USA now. Trump is saying that 2-3 weeks could end, but we actually don't know. It's not as easy as simply ending. Like Iran will probably counterattack. So let's see what happens. Now let's look at the charts. First, oil is going up. So when oil is going up like this, is again above 100, it's a bad sign. It means that the Strait of Hormuz, there is no updates, there is no development, so that's why it's still going up. I think there is a scenario for oil where we could see it actually around 150. If this continues like this and the Strait of Hormuz is not open, we are going to have severe problems. Now let's look at Bitcoin. So as you can see on the weekly, we have this demand zone. We have this area. Yes, we could go to 54, 50K. I don't think we lose 50K, but could happen. There are some analysts that think we are going to 40K. Either way, I think on the long term, it's still a really good asset to accumulate. And I still think we're going to think 50K is the bottom. We have the momentum at the lows, RSI 2. So yes, we could go lower. It could range here for a while, go to 50. But overall, in the long term, I still think is going to do well. The only problem, I would say, the only worry that people are having now is the quantum, because there are, I think, a new study a few days ago that proved that quantum is evolving, that the tools are becoming better, and they could actually break Bitcoin encryption. So that's not good. You have a few chains already working on that. I think Zcash is one of them. But I think that's the main worry for Bitcoin is the quantum computing. Still think we are a few years from it, but it should have some kind of protection against that. Otherwise, it could go wrong. So Bitcoin dominance, I think in general, will keep rising. I think most altcoins will not outperform Bitcoin. I think could have Tau or Hype or Zcash or maybe another random one. But in general, I think Bitcoin will keep rising. And I don't think we go even below 50% in terms of Bitcoin dominance. I think this is the last alt season, at least for the coins we have. I think alt season now will be for a select few, maybe in the future, but for now, I don't see it happening. So Ethereum chart is not looking good as well. We are below the 12 and 21. RSI also is at the lows. I think we go into this demand zone for Ethereum right here. So between 1,700, 1,500, I think that's where Ethereum will go. Now let's look at other ones. So Tau Tensor, we had some actually bearish divergence. I was expecting some kind of correction. So for Tau, if you start closing below the 12 and 21, I think this could go back again to low 200s. Again, on the long term, I think this is going to do very well. But when I look to the situation in the world, of course, risk-on assets are going to suffer until we have some kind of peace. That for now, it's not happening. But it's still holding very well against Bitcoin. It's actually doing better than Ethereum. So overall, I think Tau is going to do well. Zcash is another one I think is going to do well. I think the privacy narrative is more important than ever. There is more surveillance everywhere. So I think this is going to perform really well in the future too. Hyperliquid. We are losing the 12 and 21 EMAs. We came into this level. I was expecting actually Hyperliquid to correct around this level. And as you can see, momentum and RSI perfectly aligned. And now we are getting to the low. So I think Hype, this is a good demand zone here around 33. If it goes to 30, I think it's a good level to accumulate. As you can see, the momentum is getting there. Solana, chart is not looking good for Solana too. Momentum is at the lows, but we have this range here. If we start closing below this, Solana is definitely, we could see Solana between 60 or even 40, between 60 and 40. We could see there was a project I think called Drift that was hacked with 230 million, I think was on Solana. But other than that, like Near, for example, $1. Sui, the chart doesn't look good. Even if I had Sui in the past, I think the layer one narrative is weaker now. I think only a few Solana, Ethereum, but I think Sui can also perform well. But other than that, all the other charts that you look at, it's a nightmare. Like a cash, tone, monad. Yeah, it's not looking good for any of these projects. So unless you are in the right ones, just buy Bitcoin, because most of them are going to zero. Thank you very much.